Good afternoon from Salty Girl.
Hi, I'm Tressa Cern.
My name is Philip. We are the crew of Salty Girl. Today we're sitting down to explain a couple of term charters, our charter wording, some definitions, try to bring you a little closer towards understanding what the charter business is all about in the Caribbean. We'll start off by defining what charter is. It's a day or a term of days with or without crew where a boat goes out with some guests. It's pretty much that simple. Let's talk a little bit about the variables with chartering. The first three you have to decide on is if you want to do bareboat, if you want to do captain only, or if you want to do captain and crew. With bareboat, basically you get a you get a boat, you get no crew, no captain. You're responsible for taking care of the boat by provisioning.
The moorings is a good example of that out of the BVIs. When you go to them, you can take a boat out, you do your own grocery shopping, you can do it online, they deliver it. That's an example of a bareboat.
Captain only is where you have a captain on board. He doesn't do any cooking, and you have to cook for him, and you do the provisioning. Captain and crew is where you both have a captain and a crew, and they do the cooking for you. So it's less responsible of the three, I think.
For you. For us, we take the responsibility of making sure that you have a wonderful trip.
That is correct. Let's also talk about half board or local, it's sometimes called, and full board. There's pros and cons to both.
Those are meal plans that you get to choose from. Nearly every boat has the choice amongst those.
Local and half board is where some of the meals are on board, provided by the crew, and then you go on shore and have some of your meals. It's usually half and half.
Yeah, it's four dinners on shore and 4 lunches on shore, something like that.
Full board is where you come on board, all your snacks, all your beverages, and all your food is provided for you. It's all cooked for you. It's all clean for you. You have no responsibility other than just enjoying yourself.
We do the dishes.
We do the dishes. Actually, I do the dishes. Sail versus power. There's two very nice options. And I want to talk about a little bit about some of the differences. With sailboat, it's a little bit more relaxing. It takes a little bit longer to get there. That is what we offer as a sailboat. It is not ideal if you want to go to, say, Virgin Gorda or Anegada, and you want to go there in a day, and you want to be back that evening. Sailboat's not going to be the right option for you.
That would be more of a day charter type of thing and a power boat. With sailboat, we go to Virgin Gorda all the time, and we can go to Anegada as well. And if you have a 7 or 8 day sail, those are perfect choices.
So if you're thinking about doing a charter and you're starting to write down some questions and you want to ask some good questions to the broker or to ourselves, let's list a couple of them for you. The first one I'd like to cover is if you're talking to a broker, ask them if they've met the crew. Have they seen the boat?
Really important.
If they get a chance to meet the crew and see the boat recently, then they can give you a good reference.
Key is recently. If they haven't seen the boat or crew in 4 years, oh my.
A lot can change in 4 years. A lot. A boat can change a lot, and so can the people. Let's talk a little bit about toilets. It's a necessary conversation when we're talking about this. Some of the terms you may not be familiar with, and I'll explain to them real quick. Wet and dry heads. A wet head is a toilet, and that's a toilet that you actually sit on, and then the shower is the faucet from the sink, and you take a shower over the toilet. So you're either sitting on the toilet or you're straddling the toilet and you take a shower.
It's a small bathroom.
It's a very small bathroom. A dry head is a term used for when the shower is separate than the toilet, and it's more like a bathroom in a conventional house.
A shower stall.
Correct. The toilet pump is either electric or it's a hand pump. It's the common terms used in the industry, electric or hand pump. And that's personal preference. The last one is the toilet salt or is it fresh water? And that may seem kind of irrelevant, but it's actually pretty important. How many of you have been in a boat, say it was Uncle Ralph's, and there's a smell in the bathroom? There's a really good chance that was a saltwater toilet. Salt and urine don't mix well. So ask, is the toilet fresh water or is it salt water? Believe you me, it makes a big difference. The last thing about toilets, and let's get this part of the conversation over with, you might want to contact the crew once you've made an establishment with a broker, which we recommend. Talk to the crew about what their actual policy is with the toilet paper. The toilet paper is pretty essential as far as conversation you want to have, because you want to find out, do they allow you to flush toilet paper? If they don't, it's not good, because they're probably asking you to put it in a plastic bag or a Ziploc bag, and it's not very good. You can't get on any boat and use a whole lot of toilet paper because you have a bad day. Use a whole bunch of toilet paper and flush it, it doesn't go well. So let's move on from toilet paper. We've talked about that enough. Another question you want to ask is, does the boat have a generator? Does the boat have a water maker? Those are modern conveniences. If the boat has a generator, that means you have electricity during the evening and the morning. If the boat has a water maker, that means that the water that's on board is great, but when that's used up, if you don't have a water maker, then you have to go on shore and you have to wait while water is purchased. And that may have to be done every other day.
You might change your itinerary.
It might.
I like electricity because our guests recharge all their phones and all their cameras and all their many electrical devices, and it's nice. Also, we have a fabulous stereo, and it takes a lot of power, and we can just really have great music with our electricity. And we have really fun lights that use electricity, and then we have a lot of LEDs.
The reason why you want to ask that is the generator and the water maker are both very expensive items on a boat, and if those things are missing, it will change the quality of your trip, especially if you want to be more comfortable on the boat. The last thing I want to talk about as far as questions, ask questions about the reviews. Ask the questions about how often that boat is booked. Is it booked 2 or 3 times for the upcoming season, or has it got 8, 10, 15 charters? If they've got a whole bunch of charters already booked, sneak yours in there because they know what they're doing. Don't go with the guy that has 1 or 2 charters. I hope we have ours for next year. Anyway, that being said, a couple of things I want to talk about that we always get asked as far as questions once people have booked and whatnot. Packing bags. What do you want to say about that?
Start with a backpack. And if you have to have more than a backpack, great. But start with a backpack, because you really don't need more than that. We have toiletries for you here.
Towels.
We have towels. We have suntan lotion, pillowcases. People bring pillowcases.
Or towels. They bring towels sometimes.
Please.
It's not necessary.
You may if you wish. Of course, it's your vacation. But you don't need to bring all that much. And people laugh at themselves when they take all the luggage off and they say, we didn't use a fifth of what we had. So if you have questions on that and you are booking with Salty Girl, do ask. And we have a welcome letter that explains this better.
That's basically all for us today, and we hope you found this informative. We hope you can put a few questions together, or maybe you stir up some interest in a charter vacation. We do want to take this time to plug our website. Go ahead.
www.saltygirlcharterer.com.
You guys have a nice day.